Hey everyone, in this video I will go over what made me change my career path from medical school to nursing. In this channel, I talk about all aspects of nursing. If you're interested in learning more about what it is like being a registered nurse, consider subscribing. I also would appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up if it has brought you any value. Lastly, be sure to check out the description box where I have links to free ebooks I have created and some interesting products for nurses or nursing students. With that being said, let's get on with today's video. When I was in university, I never really understood what the role of a physician truly was and what a provider did, to be honest. I had an idea, of course, and I pursued that idea in hoping that it was accurate. But after a few years of studying in university, I realized that maybe if I'm spending all this time and effort to be something, maybe I should actually go see what their job is like on a daily basis. The best way I thought of doing that was to work at a medical clinic as a receptionist. That way I was in the work environment of a physician and I could see the daily tasks and what it was actually like. Now, I knew this was only one type of physician and that there were so many more than just being a primary care provider. However, the thought of being able to treat patients and having them be treated through a visit at a clinic was truly inspiring for me, and I knew that this was definitely what I wanted to do. I also had no other way of being able to see the day-to-day life of any other physician, as I did not know any others at the time. So I was going home from university one day, and I decided to do a bit more research about the process of being a physician. I was in my third year of undergraduate school, and it was soon time for me to write the MCAT. However, I quickly realized that medical school was extremely expensive, time-consuming. You often didn't get the specialty practice choice that you wanted as spots were limited, and it was highly competitive, and it also took many years of training to see any monetary reward for your efforts. Studying for an additional 6 years was not something I was willing to go through and be in further debt for. I did not want to study for many years, increasing my debt of school and having to work really hard to pay it all off after all those years of studying. Despite having a job that I would have liked, to me, it was more important to have a balanced life than one that is consumed by your career. The things in particular that made me think twice about being a physician was that the tuition fees were extremely high, the flexibility in the career was quite limited, and the stress of the job was really high as well. Like, if I thought I decided I was going to pursue general surgery or orthopedic surgery and did everything that I could to match in those specialties, after a year after a year of being in those, I decided to not like it. It would be incredibly financially challenging as well as academically challenging to choose another option. In addition, if I got my specialty and wanted to switch, it would not only be hard for me to switch into another field, but it would be extremely expensive as well. The years of school, which typically is for your medical degree, and then a minimum of 2 to 3 years for finishing your residency, was just too many years post-bachelor's that I was not willing to go through. As a result, I decided to look at other career paths and obtain more information about nurses and nursing. I found the nursing career to be everything I wanted: versatile, able to be qualified quickly, and more importantly, be able to treat patients in a clinical setting. During my rotation on a cardiac ward, I learned about a provider known as a nurse practitioner. At the time, they were responsible for any adjustments and prescribing and treating patients with consultation of an MD. This quickly became a passion and interest of mine as I learned more about their role in a patient's stay at the hospital. In addition, it was much easier to switch between subspecialties as that provider role, which makes the job quite flexible. In addition to this, you're in school for 2 to 3 years post-bachelor's, which is a long duration, but comparatively speaking, not as long as the 6 years of being a physician. And on top of this, you're still able to work as a registered nurse while you're in school, which helps pay for the school itself. Therefore, the more I thought about being a nurse practitioner, the more it became obvious that this was a career path that truly made sense in all aspects for my career goals. So that is how and why I decided to pursue nursing over being a medical doctor. I hope that this provides you with some insight and clarifies to many people why this was an obvious choice. To this day, being a nurse has been extremely difficult, especially since what has gone on in this year, but it has brought me an immense amount of satisfaction and joy every day that I work, and to me, that is what is important at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.